U.S. House of Representatives votes to recognize Armenian genocide.
Here's a summary of the article.
The House passed a resolution on Tuesday officially recognizing and rebuking the Ottoman Empire's genocide against the Armenian people and rejecting any efforts to enlist the U.S. government in denying that the genocide took place. Proponents of the long-delayed measure, which passed in a 405-11 vote, argue that it's a necessary and overdue step in providing justice for Armenians. The resolution was introduced by Rep. a vice-chair of the Congressional Armenian Caucus. Advertisement: many American politicians, diplomats and institutions have rightly recognized these atrocities as a genocide, including America's ambassador to the Ottoman Empire at the time, Henry Morgenthau, and Ronald Reagan, House Foreign Affairs Committee chairman said on the floor ahead of the vote. The bill emphasizes the position of the House that U.S. policy will 1. Commemorate the Armenian genocide through official recognition and remembrance, reject efforts to enlist, engage, or otherwise associate the United States government with denial of the Armenian genocide or any other genocide, and encourage education and public understanding of the facts of the Armenian genocide, including the United States' role in the humanitarian relief effort, and the relevance of the Armenian genocide to modern-day crimes against humanity. Genocides, whenever and wherever they occur, cannot be ignored, whether they took place in the 20th century by the Ottoman Turks or mid-20th century by the Third Reich and in Darfur. Representative Gus Bilirakis, a co-chair of the Armenian caucus who helped lead the efforts on the measure, said on the House floor, "Turkey does not recognize the murder of 1.5 million Armenians as a genocide."
This post received a score of 78,877, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
System of a Down has been singing about this for how long?
Pogo 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 pogo.
Everyone gets to play, run away, expose, oh it's so exotic. Side note, 14 years for this hiatus. What the hell?
Hiatus means we'd like to make more music, but we really can't, because reasons. Please don't let our hope die, mixed in with one of us is an enormous asshole and it's tough to identify which one on which day.
Which one's the asshole? Serge or Darren? Serge said in an interview that Darren wouldn't make more music for SOAD without sole songwriting credit. They're happy being friends and playing shows together, but new music probably won't happen unless they sort out their business troubles.
I remember Serge himself saying he was the sole reason for the hiatus. He didn't even want to make Mesmerize, Hypnotize because he started have artistic issues with the rest of the band. Part of it was definitely Darren kind of taking over a lot of it from him, but it was all his decision to stop. I vaguely remember an interview with Serge, years and years ago, stating specifically that no one should have sole songwriting responsibilities. They're a band and everyone should contribute. And until that got resolved there would be no new music.
Wow. I've been reading about the genocide for years. How has it taken this long to be officially recognized by the U.S. government?
Turkey is pissing off the U.S. right about now.
Underrated comment. American relations with Turkey has been a weird and interesting history. We barely even try to pretend that we don't use recognition of the genocide as a diplomacy tactic.
Yeah, it's like all the weird language gymnastics we play when talking to China. With Turkey, the Armenians are those that will not be mentioned.
I know it's not always that clear, but I'd like it if we stuck to our own assessment instead of massaging the fragile egos of autocrats. I'd also like to see us come clean about our own atrocities at the same time, to be clear. I can expand a bit, the whole point is to acknowledge all the bullshit, ours included. I'd just like to see an educated discussion of what that would look like. Turkey was a strategically critical part of war plans against the Soviet Union and remains valuable for war plans against Russia. Its location provides a southerly path in for air-dropped nuclear weapons, of which 50 remain in Turkey. People tend to think of war with Moscow as an instant launch of all long-range nuclear weapons, but both sides have other war plans for much more limited exchanges.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.